Art school. It's kind of like regular school, except everyone's bad at math, and their hair changes color depending on Cartoon Network's primetime schedule that night. It's basically a community of people who banded together solely because they were all the ones who wanted to be able to scoff condescendingly every time someone in high school said, "You're going to need this in college." This pretty much sums up the art school mentality. We're not a regular school. We do all the things they do at a regular school, we just aren't that, because we aren't. It's not a place, it's an ideology. A superiority complex. It's a utopian society designed specifically for everyone who has ever had to specify in a room full of people that The Nightmare Before Christmas wasn't actually directed by Tim Burton. To add to the effect of our menagerie of condescension, my particular art school is in the heart of the deep American South. The dorms are fenced in with barbed wire, and buses touring the historic district of Savannah, Georgia include us on their itineraries. Literally, trolley cars consistently circle our dorms from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I can't walk to class without hearing a North Carolina accent being fed incomprehensibly through a cheap PA system, and watching tourists in pastel-colored polos stare at me like they're on a human safari. 150 years ago, an entire family was probably auctioned off to a plantation owner for the price of a bottle of laundry detergent at their last stop, and now they're watching me carry a papier-mâché rendition of Hayao Miyazaki's head to my 3D design class. Eventually, it creates an interesting paradox. What happens when you take all the square pegs and round holes, build a fence around them, and give them a bunch of square holes? At first, I figured it would be like an island of misfit toys where everyone is a registered Democrat. Turns out, though, society basically inverts itself. Straight males are now in the minority. People look at lacrosse sticks the same way they used to look at blue hair. On Saturday nights, students feel pressured by their peers to stay in their rooms alone. It's college inverted. Does this mean that art school serves no further purpose than to contradict itself? Even if it is nothing more than a ridiculously, and I mean ridiculously, expensive social experiment, I still feel a strange sense of contentment knowing that for the next 4 years of my life, I can walk out my door and see an entire dorm house shooting each other with Nerf guns in one direction, and somebody dressed like Merlin standing on the top of a bench singing the entirety of Lady Gaga's art pop album in the other. And isn't that what college is all about?